This is Past the Rust.
We are back, and it's time to talk about the National Football League. So, without any ado, here's Caesar.
What's up, everybody? It's another great week to talk about some professional CTE ball. Gentlemen, a lot has happened in the NFL, and yet at the same time, it feels like not that much has happened. So let's get right into it with the big news coming out of Atlanta, and that being Michael Penix will be out for the remainder of the season with an ACL injury. Is the sky blue? Yes. Is Michael Penix out for the year? Yes. Listen, this is the fifth time in his football career, college and pros, that he has suffered a major season-ending injury. This is his third ACL injury, which begs the question, what the hell the Atlanta Falcons do? So, rewind to the offseason where they go and get Kirk Cousins from the Minnesota Vikings. The idea is that they have a short to, intermediate term starter who can help push the ceiling of the team up, or rather raise the floor of the team up. And then the Atlanta Falcons do something nobody ever does when you sign a high-profile quarterback free agent. You go and get his immediate replacement, right? Now, the idea is you have the QB of the future and the QB of the present, except Michael Penix was really old for a QB of the future type prospect, right? So you shore up the QB position, but now, fast forward, you have a lot of questions, right? Michael Penix has not had a great start to the year, or rather, he's been really up and down. He misses a lot of throws. His mechanics are a little wonky. And Kirk Cousins, he might just be done. He just might be done. He's on the older side. He's on the wrong side of his 30s. Still kind of recovering from that Achilles tear that robbed him of his time. And now you look at the Atlanta Falcons, they don't have a first-round draft pick because they traded for James Pierce Jr. in the draft last year. They're in a weird spot. And who knows? It looks like they made the wrong choice at head coach. They made the wrong choice at quarterback in the draft. Wrong choice for signing Kirk Cousins. They've made a lot of wrong choices. The Atlanta Falcons are going to be perennial basement dwellers the way things are going. And it might just be time for Arthur Blank to sell the team if this team wants any hope of getting some good energy, some good vibes in that building. Let's move on to the next thing. So
he's just going to waste his time until they're mid again. That's the business model, Caesar. They don't go away. They just buy their time until they can get you just mid again to make a little money, but not have to, spend too much money.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Now, here is some news that, guys, I promise you, this is not me repeating something from a couple weeks ago, pretending like it's new. This is the same thing that happened a few weeks ago. Justin Fields is getting benched for Tyrod Taylor. This time, probably for the remainder of the season, unless Tyrod gets hurt again.
It's serious.
This time, it's so serious. Man, I feel bad for Justin Fields, but he hasn't been playing well. I don't think any quarterback is really going to be playing well in that system with those offensive pieces around them. So, listen, if this is just for tanking purposes, go for it. Fields, hopefully for your sake, somebody gives you another shot down the line. Starting to look doubtful, despite his raw numbers not being terrible. When you just look at what's happened, it's been a lot of up and down with a lot of more down than ups. Which story of Justin Fields' professional career, it appears now that the guy who was so great at Ohio State is just now going to be a memory. Now, more QB news, gentlemen. Shedeur Sanders finally played for the Cleveland Browns this past Sunday, relieving Dylan Gabriel, who got hurt.
This Sunday, right?
What's up?
But he gets to again.
He does get to again. I was just getting there. So, had a really bad game, which understandable. Doesn't get a lot of reps. Doesn't get a lot of practice reps.
They said his center said that he had never heard his cadence before.
Which, yeah, I mean, at no point in the offseason, and I've seen this reported now a couple times, did Shedeur Sanders ever work with the ones for the Cleveland Browns, which
So
malpractice.
that feels like it answers the question on if Stefanski had anything to do with his drafting.
Yeah, exactly. So he has no experience with the ones. Hopefully, after a week of practice, Shedeur Sanders looks better than his 4 of 16 stat line would have indicated against the Ravens, rather. And speaking of the Browns opponents or rivals, Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals suspended for spitting. And we're not talking about bars here. He was just spitting loogies.
You know, I never actually saw the incident, and
Guaranteed and swore up and down that he didn't do anything of the sort.
oh, that's foul.
And then the
It's pretty
footage shows
obvious
otherwise.
he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. I saw that. Okay, that took my brain a second. Okay, he failed actually harder than even what's your boy that spit on Dak or spit at Dak?
Oh, Jalen
Yeah.
Carter?
Yeah, because that one at least Carter did well enough for the intent to get the flag and not necessarily what he actually did. This was just gross. He spit on himself more than he spit on Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
You're not a seasoned spitter.
But yeah, man, Chase suspended. He did try to appeal that. Obviously, the footage showed otherwise, that his appeal was never going to really work out. Now, I will say, Jalen Ramsey probably played a huge part in this. He is a tier 1 rage baiter. Who can forget he made mild-mannered AJ Green lose his shit way back in the day. So this is just par for the course for Jalen Ramsey getting under the skin of a Cincinnati Bengals star wide receiver. And yeah, I guess I have some other news, some last second notes to add to this, although I really don't want to talk about anything Eagles related just because they pissed me off this past Sunday in a win. Listen, there's been some reports now coming out of Philadelphia that there is growing frustration within the organization with Jalen Hurts. Now, anytime I see news like this, I usually just go ahead and chalk it up to who's the offensive coordinator, how long has he been there, how many people are in his side, and is he throwing shots secretly because his offense sucks? So the first person that gets thrown under the bus just so happens to be Jalen Hurts. And I look at Kevin Patullo, I'm like, yeah, you've been here since the start of the Sirianni era as the pass game coordinator, which awful pass games that we have had the last 3 to 4 years. So anyway, for anybody who's wondering about what is the drama in Philadelphia, it's nothing new. A.J. Brown is not going to go and be traded in the offseason. Nothing's going to happen with Jalen Hurts' position as the starting quarterback. And we'll just go from there. Now, that said, Newton notes, we're done with that. Because, gentlemen, we're going straight into the light. Or rather, all of the lights. Go ahead, Patrick.
Oh, God. Where is it? Oh, my God. I can't see it. Here.
Out of the lights.
Weird. Outside main pod. I'm an idiot. Okay. Sorry. I just panicked.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens. All right, guys. There are a lot of highlights, lowlights, and all of the lights in the NFL week to week. And now, this week, what are we going to see? A lot of shitty quarterback play. That is what's going to fill the majority of this week's reels, clips, and all that good shit. First off, let's start with Sad Darnold here, because this is a sad pick from Sam Darnold, who had 4 against the Los Angeles Rams. This is why the Seahawks are not a real contender, because they have this guy throwing the fucking football. Goes back to pass, launches a ball, fading away, right into the defender's hands. That is a terrible play from a guy who's been in the league for, 8 years now? That's just
Yes,
He was supposed to throw off a back foot. He technically threw off both of his feet, which happened to be off balance. Both of them were technically the back foot.
Yeah, that's a special type of bad interception right there. We'll take a momentary break from the bad QB play to show some really good stuff here. Myles Garrett, gentlemen, doesn't usually make the highlight list, even though his numbers would prove that he should be. Here's one of his 4 sacks against the Ravens. All right, where he bulldozes not just one, but 2 offensive linemen on his way to suplexing Lamar Jackson onto the ground. I want you to look at that again. Look at number 70 for the Ravens. Just get shoved into the ground. just this man is a monster, and such a shame that he decided to take a bag instead of going to a good team where we could see him actually make relevant plays in the NFL. But, plays like that, you just can't deny his talent, and you can't deny that is an all-of-the-lights worthy clip. Here is one as well. This one, courtesy of George Pickens, who's breaking hella tackles on Monday Night Football. Won't see this right here. Beats his man off the line of scrimmage. We tackle right there. Here he comes. Shoves 32 onto the ground. Get off of me. Oh, my God. Wrestling through. Fighting for tough yards. I love when a receiver fights for tough yards like that. That guy is a certified D1 crash out, as the kids would say. And listen, you can see it with the way he gets the ball in his hands.
Doing it hungover, bro.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was CD. That was.
Yeah, it was CD. Well, it was probably all.
Why not both?
We got video of one of them throwing up.
CD's just a lightweight.
Possibly. Now, you know what, guys? I know it's the year 2025, but sometimes we got to take things back to the year 2015. Because Marcus Mariota sure as hell did. Look at this. Just whoop! He still has legs. He still has motion. The guy can't throw, but you know what? Doesn't matter. His legs do the work. He still has the long speed. You know who else has long speed? Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, the tight end for the Baltimore Ravens, with a rushing touchdown. Here we go with the QB sneak formation, and just oh my God, the fake. Yep. He just fakes it, goes to the outside, and there's nobody there for his first career rushing touchdown. Now, in the same way that I had to show love to George Pickens, I'm going to show love to Tommy Tremble, though this one isn't the same type of athletic freak of nature, breaking tackles and shoving people to the ground. It's still very impressive what he does here. Bryce Young goes back to pass, gets the ball to Tremble, breaks one, breaks another, and just slips through the cracks of this bad Atlanta Falcons defense and then drags a defender with him. We love these tough, hard-nosed runs from the receivers yards after the catch. Now, I'm going to show you guys what I call a perfect punt, because, fellas, this is as beautiful as a punt as you can see in an NFL game, or really any kind of game. Rams punter launches one right onto the 1 yard line where it does not bounce into the end zone.
Damn.
It just stays perfectly inbounds inside the one. What a beauty of a punt there. Now, we're going to go on to some bad QB play here. Guys, actually, you know what? I'm gonna work the order here just a wee bit. We're gonna save this for some good. We'll start with some good and end on some bad. All right. I think I'm almost there. Yep. Nope. We're gonna go here. All right. First, love to Watson. Look at this beautiful play. Just into double coverage, throws the fade. Hell of a play from Love to Watson there in Green Bay. Now, guys,
the pass interference call missed.
I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you why. I will just say, always commit offensive pass interference if you want to win football games. Next up, I believe
The
it's
rig
Kyle.
took it away from Jameis.
They did. They have hey, but listen, it worked for the Giants' favor. Okay, they're going to be in the top 5 of the draft again.
No,
And
every
they'll be-
win is important when you're a franchise like that. They should have got that one.
Well, I would say every loss is important for the Giants, but you know what? Point taken. Here we go, though. You know what else is taken? This ball from Joe Flacco. I believe this is Kyle Duggar with the big 6. He just takes it all the way. Now, this would have been part of the bad QB play reel, but you know what? Kyle Duggar, you took it to the house, and you did it in slow motion because, man, you are slow. Now, from that same game, gentlemen, we have Darnell Washington. Are you guys familiar with Darnell Washington at all? Tight end out of Pittsburgh.
I am not.
Yeah.
All right.
He's been around for a bit.
He is a 6'7".
Definitely sounds like the most generic football player name of all
Is
time.
it Iowa? Isn't he an Iowa guy too?
He's a Georgia guy. Now, he
Oh,
didn't catch a lot of passes in Georgia, but let me tell you what he is, though. He's a 6'7", 300-pound tight end. That's right. He is listed at 300 pounds, playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And boy, look at this 300-pound man just whoop, dribbled him right onto the
How
ground.
tall is he?
What's up?
How tall is he?
I believe he's 6'7".
Oh, okay. I thought you said 6'4". I was like, that looks bigger than that.
No, but this is the second week in a row I feel that he has had some big runs.
No,
Yeah, you can see the gut on him, too. He's a big fella. Probably should be playing tackle. But anyway.
Like a
Now,
skinny
gentlemen,
Jerome Bettis.
he could be the tight end version of Jerome Bettis. Now, guys, we're going to finish this off with a bunch of lowlights, and they're all courtesy of the quarterbacks. What were they thinking? What was going through their minds? Well, there's only one way to know. Let's look into the mind of these quarterbacks with their bad plays. And we start off with Patrick Mahomes of all quarterbacks, rolling to the right, going to the right, launches one into the defender's hands, trying to get it over the defender with a low trajectory like that. You never were going to get away with it, Patrick.
So now can I? Wait, is it? Wait.
And now the play.
They still haven't got that back.
So now can I begin the Patrick Mahomes to the Cowboys thing? Now that it's like he might be washed and replacing like hurt Dak.
The first time that they're 500 in November is they're just going to eject him out of there.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is the start, right? Maybe Dak gets hurt a couple more times, and then it's like, all right, in like 2 years, washed Mahomes, baby.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. But you know who might be washed?
We can totally get washed Mahomes.
What about a washed Josh Allen? Because he's next on this.
Actually, could happen too.
And why is he washed, you may say, even though he had 6 touchdowns on this day? Because he had threw a chest pass interception. A chest pass interception, damn it. Let's look at this again. Oh, my gosh. Get up off the ground, you bum. Because why? Why in God's green earth are you dropping back
That's
to pass?
crazy.
And you throw a chest pass.
No, he might be better than Favre. He really might be.
I don't know what he was thinking. I don't think he was thinking because that Squirtle with the saxophone had to have been playing in his head. I know, Patrick. It looks crazy. You can watch it one more time here.
No,
He
Because,
played too many games in Wyoming. He just thinks he can do whatever he wants.
bro,
bro, that
been
is incredible.
decades since he played there.
And
This
he
is who he is.
I have it.
threw for he had, I believe, was it 5 or 6 touchdowns in this game? But it was not a hot start for him on this day. Now he's
That's
not the
Brett
only
Favre's
one.
son right there.
He's not the only one that threw a bad interception, though. That might have been the worst interception of the week. This, however, came from the same game. His counterpart, Baker Mayfield, or as I have it titled here, Baker may throw a pick. He drops back to pass from the shotgun, tries to make some magic happen in the pocket, and just throws it right at the defender.
I think he overthrew 17.
I don't even think he overthrew 17 because it doesn't look like 17 was the intended target. I think it was the guy behind 17.
Oh
He
yeah,
never-
that would have looked like it would have been at his knees.
Yeah, it looks like Emeka Ibuka was the intended target there, and he just underthrew at the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, bad QB play there, and unfortunately, It just so happened this is the upload order. JJ McCarthy. He has a lot of picks on the season. 9 picks, I think, for Mr. 9 himself. Drops back to pass and then just heaves it right into the defense. That ball had no velocity on it. He was getting hit.
No, it looks like he's falling forward when he's throwing it.
We're going to look at that one again.
Not set.
We're going to look back into this one.
His back foot's off the
He's
ground.
the ball's already leaving his hands right after he gets hit. So
His back foot's not even on the ground. He's only throwing that with his front foot.
yeah, the bad mechanic is not helping this kid out. And yeah, gentlemen, usually I have more clips than this, but it's been a busy week for me. So these are all of the lights that I have for you this week. So let's go ahead and let's move things on, shall we? To the picks of.
Sorry, I got to re-upload him.
All right.
I
So,
uploaded the wrong spot earlier, I guess.
you probably put it on the main.
Yeah, it's okay. They are refreshing. Here we go.
All right, let's look at our picks against Jesus first, Patrick. All right, we've made some ground up, not a lot. We broke even this week.
Yeah,
We made up 2 games last week with, I believe, 7 more weeks of football left for us to maybe keep things close, keep it tight. I don't know. It looks like he's running away with this against us as a trio. Oops, sorry.
well, it looked like he pulled out ahead, and then it's just been kind of even since then.
Yeah. And now let's look at our individual standings. If there's anyone here who has a chance to just catch up to him in general, it looks like it's your boy, C's, who's only 2 games back of him. Patrick, Bethke, you guys are 1 game of each other.
All it takes is a couple perfect weeks.
Perfect.
That would help. I mean,
You know-
if you went perfect this week, you'd only gain 3 games.
Oh, that's well. And
All right,
listen,
well, then
he
I
could
need
be
to take
perfect,
this
and then
off.
like
Multiple perfect weeks. Both of us do, really.
that. But some of us can have some bad weeks, and that perfect week will help you out a lot more than just that. I will assume, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that. But how did we do in our own picks, Patrick? Let's see. The Carolina Panthers, you and I got that right. Bethke bet on the Falcons. That was a tough bet. But you made up for it with the Buffalo Bills. Patrick, your 100% accurate
No.
decision making regarding the Bucks has died. I feel like the moment you spoke that into existence, you
No,
were on borrowed time.
I said 1 whole week past that.
No, I'm just saying you were on borrowed time after you
Yeah.
got into the ether, I don't know why you bet on the Titans, but it didn't work. The Houston Texans,
I mean, it was a 3-point game. I think that's
it was a 3-point game, but in a close game, I'm going to go with the elite defense against the rookie quarterback, which proved to be kind of the right choice. The Bears have now overtaken.
both of those teams looked so bad, and now the Bears are in first place in the division.
The Bears.
Dude, the Bears. Wait, I'm going to keep that graphic up, but I do want to say this about the Bears, okay? Because it is the funniest division leader in quite some time. All right. I'm pulling up the standings right here because.
too.
What's up?
So the Colts are up there too. It's not pretending.
No. This is a different type of funny, all right? The Colts are funny because who their quarterback is, right? The Bears are funny because they have a negative 6-point differential as a team, as the leader of a division, right? And the Colts, you're like, oh, that's funny. Well, they're plus 115 in point differential. They're absolutely mauling teams when they do win. So there's that. The Bears, they're not mauling anybody. They have somehow failed upwards. It's very funny to watch happen in real time. Now, looking at this, the hate pick did not work out for Bethke, though that game was close. The Jameis Winston magic looked like it was there early on in the game, but the Pack
There
did
was
go away.
a pass interference call miss.
There you go. Now, the hate pick didn't work for you either with the 49ers. Believe you me, Bethke, I would have done that, but I also want to beat Jesus in the pick competition, so I couldn't allow my hatred to take over there. And then
No, I just think that the Arizona Cardinals should win football games, and it's funny that they don't.
they should, but they don't, and I don't know if they ever will with Jonathan Gannon and that ownership group in control. But neither here nor there for that at the moment. Eagles beat the Lions in a disgusting, horrific game that nobody in the country should have been watching. It should not have been a primetime game. I've wanted to vomit so many times, but hey, they got the win. I got a point in the standings. There is that. And yeah, speaking of games that should be watched, I think it's now time, gentlemen, for the watch it, skip it, train wreck.
Oh, dang it. That means this video is in the wrong spot, too. 1 second.
No, I think you have a video right here.
It's probably an old one.
Are you sure?
I'm just going to switch over to the main pod. It'll be quicker.
Okay.
Switch on
Where was it? Where did I put it?
I'm telling you, it's in the CTE ball one.
over.
While we're having some
there it is. And 3, 2. Sitting on my couch on the weekend, trying to pick a few games to watch. I turned to LCs who says, listen to me, you know you don't have to watch all of that trash. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be to pick which games to watch. Watch it, skip it, train wreck. Finally decided to tune in, see what games the seasons for me. Should I watch the Broncos or maybe the Colts? So please just tell me which one to pick. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be to pick which games to watch. Watch it, skip it, train wreck. There we go.
Beautiful. And
what an image to come back
for
to.
ruining that.
No, it should always come back to that.
Please, for the love of God, make sure when you're doing the reels to add that one with the reels. Those are great, and I'm guessing they'll definitely catch attention.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if you save all the videos.
As much as the rage bait, Caesar's picks are also great content rage bait too.
Our yeah, that one I uploaded of Caesar talking about the NFC standings is gotten our most traction ever.
Oh wait, what did I say in the NFC standings video? Was this recent?
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh shit!
Talking about the Rams and the Rams and the Seahawks, and I don't know. It was just a bunch of stuff about the NFCs.
Oh, okay. Well, if I piss people off, great. That's what we're trying to do.
You're a YouTube Reels superstar in the making, Caesar.
I don't know about that one, but you know what?
Thing.
What we could do for Superstardom though is make a compilation video of all these watch it, skip it, train wreck songs.
My thought was to do that like just peek behind the curtain, to do it like one of those like old late night TV buy this CD things.
That would be good.
Like, roll the name of all the songs while like one of them's playing in the background.
Oh, like the ones that are like
Like now that's what I call music, or
the world's greatest love song.
Yeah.
Tell me how am I supposed? Yeah.
Yes, 100% that.
All right. Well, we'll table that for some content ideas. But gentlemen, let me give you some ideas of what to watch, what to skip, and what might be an absolute train wreck of a game. Let's start off on the watch its with Colts at Chiefs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken about the location of those games. Listen, the Indianapolis Colts currently are in the driver's seat of the number 1 seed in the AFC. Right now, as things stand, the Kansas City Chiefs are out of the playoffs. They've been an up and down team. They are 0-5 in one-score games. Not great. Now, all advanced metrics will tell you that the Chiefs are actually one of the better teams in the football in the league, right? However, I'm going by what your record says you are, and your record says you're mid right now. Your record says you are the most purest form of mid there can be. So why is a team that is pure mid going up against a team that is, on paper, really, really, really good? And also, watch the games that clearly show to be a very good team. Well, that's because we want to see what the Chiefs' destiny of 2025 will be. Will they make it to the playoffs as a wild card, or will they get bounced out for the first time in the Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era? Well, this will be a great indicator of things to come for the remainder of the season. That's why this should be a must-watch candidate. Now, moving on. Bucks, Rams. This is an exciting game, okay? Baker Mayfield has some history with the Rams. Who could forget he had 2 days with the team before he had to play and lead a game-winning drive for the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams trying very hard to compete for that number 1 seed, right? They need as many tiebreakers as they can get. Beating the Bucks would help them in the long run. This is going to be a team that has 2 absolute, just fearless guys throwing the football. But to me right now, it appears the Rams have the advantage. The Bucks are kind of on a bit of a skid. Can they stop that? Can they get that signature win of the season? That's a reason to tune in for this game. Now, this one's going to be a little bit of a surprise, all right? But it's 2 winning teams on Monday Night Football. You got Bryce Young, who seems to have found his place in the league, going up against, well, a lesser version of himself, really, if you think about it, 49er fans. Brock Purdy came back to play for the San Francisco 49ers this past week. And sure, he led them to a win. This team is still not healthy. They're still winning in spite of all these injuries and in spite of having a coach and QB combination that will limit them in the playoffs. Will it limit them in this game? Maybe not, but we should tune in and watch. All right? I'm rooting for you, Carolina. Do not fail me. Do not make me look like a fool on these reels. Yeah. Now, fellas, you might be thinking, there's no Eagles and Cowboys in this matchup. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about that one later. But for now, did you guys want to have any honorary mentions on the must-watch games of the week?
You should always watch the Dallas Cowboys. Every week I say this.
Every week you say this.
Now you're going to do it this week. Watch. Now you'll watch the Cowboys this week.
Well, I don't have a choice personally, but yeah.
You always have a choice, and you mostly choose wrong. You just happen to be right this week.
Patrick, do you have a game that you want to throw in there for must-watch game of the week?
I mean, Packers-Vikings is just always fun from just a rivalry standpoint, but not really.
Ooh, right. Go Vikes. And I've been really upset with the Vikes. Y'all owe me at least one.
If you're an NFC North head, that's a must-watch game for sure.
Yeah.
But not for everybody else.
Give me that one. Y'all, wait, is this the first of 2?
Yeah.
Ooh, you can still give me 2 this season?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might be back on the Vikes trade. 10 years, good luck for the Vikings.
We love a hate pick, which I just realized I didn't even get into our personal picks for this week, but that's fine. We can maybe do that.
Mine yet.
All right. Well, if you want to do that while I talk, I can definitely do that right now. All right. So, guys, for the Skip-Its, I have 3 games for you to throw into the garbage bin, light it on fire with a Molotov cocktail. Yeah.
You could.
Yeah. And
object.
there you go. And now, this one might be the most stank doo-doo game that you could possibly offer this week. It's the Browns. It's the Raiders. It's 2-8 Cleveland Browns, 2-8 Las Vegas Raiders. These teams have nothing going for them. All right. So for the Shedeur fans out there, you're like, well, we want to see Shedeur. We want to see Shedeur. Do you want to see Shedeur Sanders operate behind a bad offensive line with no real great skill players to throw to? And vice versa. Do you also want to watch? Because you're going to have to watch.
I mean, that's what you do if you're the first. If you're the first pick anyway, is you play for a shit football team. Look at Cam Ward.
But he wasn't the first pick.
No, I know, but like they're hyping him up like he is, so technically he's getting the experience.
I guess, like, if you want to jump
Go
back
ask
to
Clem
hoops for
Ward
that,
how much fun he's having right now.
I'm whatever. I guess.
But
Man.
but if he's QB1, that's all he cares about.
Yeah.
Hey,
no.
don't forget, Peyton Manning had an awful rookie year. You know how many people get one? No one.
But like he was the
Peyton's
first
really
overall pick, man.
Peyton's really the model of
This
it.
is Shador Sanders. He's a 5th round pick.
Yeah, but that's the best part of Shador is we're never going to put him in context of his pick. He's always just going to be Shador, and that's kind of the beauty of the product here with him.
Yeah, that is a cruel life to live. But he's well off, so it's fine. But yeah, no, Browns
He's
fans.
a talented kid. If he just works hard, he probably can be successful in the NFL.
He can be, he can have like a good 8 to 10 year career,
The
starting
working
here and
hard
there.
part in the NFL feels more relevant than any other league, in my opinion.
At least when it comes to having longevity in the league, for sure. And on the opposite end, you got the Raiders. They're a train wreck of a team and an organization, right? They thought they were doing a smart thing by hiring Pete Carroll. I thought they did a smart thing by hiring Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll put a really bad coaching staff together, and you can tell neither side of the ball looks well coached. It's bad. They are bad. This game's bad, so skip it. Next game's up. We might have to put the Jets on premise skip watch now, because no Justin Fields means at least with Justin Fields you get like one exciting run a game, something to look forward to. Very few QBs can run the ball the way that he does, and very few QBs have his natural gifts. Now you're putting in, Tyrod Taylor. He's been a solid guy in the NFL. Nothing special, but he's had moments. But at this stage of his career, you're like, do you really want to see that? No.
Have a backup quarterback wing of the Hall of Fame.
He would be on there. I think he would be on there. And yet, he would also just have like this asterisk too, because it's like, you did start for a little bit, and then you got
that is literally the perfect resume for a great backup. Is like you were good enough to be a starter for a bit, but realistically, this is who you are.
Yeah, and then they stacked
you are to win us games if we need to.
True.
It's kind of perfect. I mean, and then the longevity he has definitely the longevity of about as any backup quarterback ever. Because like Doug Peterson doesn't count as a great all-time backup quarterback. You played behind Favre. He would have doped himself up and played with a broken arm, leg, and everything else before you ever saw a snap.
Yeah, and he wasn't very good.
He was in Green Bay for a while. But he had a job for a while, though, didn't he? So
now, what about Ryan Fitzpatrick? Is he an all-time Hall of Fame backup quarterback?
I think Fitzpatrick is definitely he might be the GOAT backup quarterback because of that.
Ooh, Jeff Garcia.
No, Jeff Garcia was a very long-term starter in the league.
Jeff Garcia was just
everyone made him a backup, and then they're like, oh, maybe he is good. And then you go to another team, they're like, he's going to back up here for a bit. Maybe I'm thinking of Jeff George. Sorry.
No, I think Jeff Garcia is. Yeah, I think he's just a failed starter.
That might be closer. Although he had some high moments for the Niners, the Eagles, and the Bucs. But then, he came back down to earth various times.
He's going to resurrect the Browns, but it's the Browns also.
Oh yeah, that was a horrendous time for football in Cleveland. It's always a horrendous time for football in Cleveland since the year 2000. But anyway, Ravens Jets though. Listen, this should be a blowout. Lamar Jackson's not healthy. This might be an ugly game, but it's not going to be a competitive type of ugly game, if that makes any sense. So you should skip this. Next one. It's the Falcons. It's the Saints. It is a bottom basement bargain bin team against another just cellar dweller.
But there is a notable difference, right?
Yeah, this one will be the return of Kirk O'Bangs against Tyler Shuck.
No, one of them controls their first round pick and the other doesn't, which creates a greater incentive bonus to win football games.
Oh yeah, the Falcons are going to try so hard. And the best thing about the Falcons trying their damnedest to win games is that they lose in spite of themselves, and in doing so. So this is why I think you should skip it. I did at first want to consider this as a train wreck game because Kirk Cousins is coming back to play, but I'll just take the lower hanging fruit of the two and just put this in the skip it. Gentlemen, do we have any dishonorable mentions for the must skip games of the week?
Nah.
Patrick?
Did you mention Carolina and San Francisco?
I put that on the must watches. So,
Really? Did I miss that part?
yeah,
They're
definitely missed that
technically
part.
two good teams, but I hear Patrick could not care less about either one of them.
We think Carolina's a good team. We actually think that.
I think that they
Good
are
enough.
better. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put this on wax right now. You can put this on reel if you want. The Carolina Panthers are better than the Kansas City Chiefs in the year 2025. I'll put money on that one.
I mean, the Chiefs they look pretty bad, but we'll see.
And the
I don't
Carolina
know.
Panthers might
Football is
sneak into
funny
the playoffs.
because, like, I know the Cowboys will always get a bump, but watching them put up the playoff graphic with 3-5-1 Cowboys still in the hunt, it's like, come on, bro. That's so funny. Like, nothing makes me take the regular season less seriously than you showing the 3-5-1 Cowboys.
Really be doing it that way.
What?
It's just too early. Like, there's still too many teams.
Oh, yeah. Why are you putting the playoff graphic up? Is my point exactly.
Also, by the way, guys, just gonna throw this out there. If the Panthers win, right, the current 7th-seeded playoff team in the NFC belongs to the 49ers. The Panthers would have the tiebreaker and jump ahead of the Niners and possibly also the Lions, if they haven't already played each other this year, to be the wild card team. So, there's playoff implications in this game.
All right, Bryce Young.
So there's that. That is another reason to watch that game. But we're going on games we shouldn't watch. Now, these two games that I'm about to throw, it's not that you should skip them. It's not that you should watch them. It's that you should be aware of what kind of game they could potentially be. It's a train wreck. All right? There might be something vile, disgusting that you just can't help but watch happen out on the gridiron. Now, the first one is going to be Bills-Texans. Why? Because the Bills are an up-and-down team. You can't trust them to put two good games in a row together. And it's Thursday night, right? The Thursday night demons overtake the souls of all these players and say, none of this is going to make any sense. You're just going to live with it. And then you have the Texans. The Texans have an elite defense. And fucking Josh Allen is throwing some of the most horrendous picks I've ever seen on a week-to-week basis. And he's not getting criticized at all for any of his bad play, which,
He's just saving it for the postseason.
Texans 6-10 all time on Thursdays. Bills 13-9.
Oh, look at that. Well, something's got to give here for the Texans. They need to
ready
get that
to
up.
do some Thursday night football?
Right.
That does include random Thursday games before they actually invented what they call Thursday night football. But
Are you ready for Kirk Herbstreit?
No.
Yeah. Talk about
good
some
MAGA
football.
broadcast.
Oh, God, please stop it. Now, let's look at
Al
let's look at
Michaels
this.
talking about how if you eat any kind of vegetables, you're less of a man, and then Kirk Herbstreit just going into
People believe his claim that he's never had a vegetable. There's just 0% chance that that's true.
I don't know, dude. Sometimes there's guys who are like performative male
There's no
syndrome.
way that he grew up without eating a single vegetable.
No, the performative masculine male stuff is amazing. Never discount a dude's desire to be a dude to other dudes. Because
Whatever.
he's gonna try hard.
It's like that. It's like that line from Tropic Thunder. I'm just a dude playing another.
Disguised as a dude.
For sure. Except for Herbstreit, I feel like is legit. Ohio State kid, blonde hair, blue eye. I mean, he fits the bill.
100%. Do you think the news of Bubba broke his heart? I felt like it did.
No, he doesn't listen to that unholy fake news.
I don't know why everyone thought I mean, I know why everyone wanted to take that as literal as they could, but like
No, at this point,
around
this
it, make it
point,
sound like it's a very literal sentence.
I don't care where we are in this country. We should always clown the president. It's part of the job. Okay,
I
this
just,
one's just way easier to clown than any.
it's not like we're like, oh, finally something to clown him on.
No, this one. Yeah, but
This is the biggest thing you can clown
This
him
one's
on.
funny because like I don't want to put this too much on wax, but it's like if you put all this stuff together, the show tunes, the decor that's always so important to this guy. I don't know, man. I think that Abe Lincoln was number one. DT might be number two. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
There's definitely been more than two.
at least two that we know of.
Math wise.
Math wise, yeah, but like the one now that you have some stuff to piece it all together, it's like damn, two obvious ones.
Yeah. I don't even think South Park meant to be as on the nose as they've been with his situation.
I do need to catch up on this season. I think I've just only seen the first one still.
He's fucking Satan now.
I mean, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not.
He's fucking Satan. You get it.
He's fucking Bubba. He's fucking.
It's
Satan.
a bit.
Anyway, back to this though. Yeah, this game, there's just a lot of train wreck potential, courtesy of Josh Allen and the Texans just having an awful offense and an incredible defense. Gosh, that sounds like a team that I root for. So we might as well get into that, right? Eagles Cowboys. Yeah, that's going to be a train wreck game, at least for me. Listen, this is strength versus strength, weakness versus weakness, divisional rivalry game, right? The Kelly Green jerseys are out. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the Eagles defense has been smothering opponents lately. The Cowboys offense is just absolutely dunking on opposing defenses. And then you look on the other side and you're like, one offense just can't get a drive going and the other one can't really get a stop going. Something's got to give. But I look at it like this.
You're talking about two different.
I'm not talking about two different innings right now.
It's 1-0 right now.
Yeah, I don't. Who's 1-0? What's 1-0?
The new Cowboys defense.
Five new players, bro. That's 1-0 to me. That's logic. It can be 1-1, but it's a clean slate.
I'll believe it when I see it, and we'll see it.
I will
Not
say
this
the clean slate didn't look perfect, but the defensive line was really fun. That was really awesome to watch.
It was one of those where it's like, all right, are the Cowboys good? Are the Raiders terrible?
They also got we have no idea how this impacts the run defense because Oakland just was like, I don't think I will run the football. They just didn't. Did you see the stat? They just did. They just like, do you have to run the football?
They can't run the ball. They have the worst. They have one of the worst lines.
They ran 3 times in the first half.
Not like they invested a high draft pick on a running back or anything. So
they should have invested.
It was a
offensive
fun
line
for the Cowboys defense. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it was probably the funniest part of it was the fact that we just didn't see the run defense have to play at all, which was just so strange.
You need to tackle if they never run the ball.
It was so strange. But Quinn Williams was fun. It was a good time.
Now listen to
overtime looks a little wobbly. That worries me, but it's okay.
This for me will be the test to see the improvements of the Dallas Cowboys defense because I don't think the Eagles are a good test. They are a dysfunctional, terrible offense, absolutely vile, should be thrown into
Lane
the void of
Johnson
space.
is done?
No, he is out for about 4 to 6 weeks and will probably be back for the playoffs.
Beneficial for the Cowboys this week.
Here is the real test, and it's when they go up against the Chiefs and the Lions in back-to-back weeks. They do well those games, then I believe it.
Is that the next 3 for the Cowboys?
Yes, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions.
I knew the Chiefs was coming up. I didn't realize the Lions are after that.
Yep, and then you take it easy because then you have Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants.
Well, nothing's ever easy for the Dallas Cowboys. That's why the Eagles don't scare me more than the worst.
It's easy in the NFL, just in general.
No, it doesn't matter. Eagles, Saints, they both are just as capable of beating the brakes out of the Cowboys or losing to the Cowboys. really just can't explain to you other than that. It's just how it goes, man.
Yeah, and listen, for that reason, and for many reasons, this game has train wreck potential, okay? Because you don't know what you're going to get from either side for the Eagles offense, the Cowboys defense. You do know what you're going to get, though, a little bit from what the things they pride themselves in this season, right? Cowboys offense has been great. Eagles defense has been great. The defensive line for the Eagles has been like supercharged since they added Jalen Phillips. He's played huge dividends for them. The defensive line, for whatever reason, was just having a swap party against a 6'5" quarterback.
Can Dakota go 2 for 2?
What's up?
Can Dakota go 2 for 2? Do you think he's got another one in his bag?
I don't know, man.
How do we get it? We just get Jalen Carter acting a fool on the first possession.
I don't think he can.
Maybe he sells one of the hits or something.
Maybe, although Jalen Carter has been on his best behavior since then, so I don't know if he'll get rage baited this game.
This is the perfect time to get him back in his bullshit.
I mean, we'll see. Now, I will say this: if Jalen Carter leaves the game, I won't be as worried as I was the last time. Only because former Texas Longhorn Moro Ojima has been playing lights out, and then Jalen Phillips got added to the team. Brandon Graham's back, and he looks pretty decent in his, handful of
Dude, I completely forgot that happened.
Yep. And the Eagles have the best linebacking core in football right now, which is the weird thing that I never thought I would say in my entire adult life. But they just have the 3 best starting linebackers in the league, and I am absolutely just going to be devastated when we let go of Nakobe Dean in free agency. But anyway, this is going to be a train wreck game. It's a rivalry game. Tom Brady's on the call again for another Cowboys game.
Oh, yeah. Tom is definitely not going to be happy if this continues.
He's going to
He's about to call Jerry himself and be like, bro, you need to give me a little bit better product. I'm stuck with your bitch ass. At least give me something better than this bullshit, this basura.
I will say, what's really weird about having Tom Brady call Eagles games is he is unbelievably complimentary of Jalen Hurts. And I'm just not used to that from a commentator. So I'm just like, all right, this will be interesting to watch. Because he's
he's a winner, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's what Tom Brady values.
Tom Brady just win. That's why he bought into the Raiders. Just win, baby. Except for not here, other places.
Exactly. But yeah, with that said, guys, that will add up all the watch it, skip it, train wreck. So now it's time for the game of the week. And we spent enough time talking about Eagles Cowboys. That's not game of the week because that's not going to be a good game. That's going to be a terrible game. It's going to be an awful game to watch. So what is the game of the week? I'll tell you. It's the Bucs. It's the Rams. It's Baker Mayfield against Matthew Stafford. And listen, I know. The Bucs have not been that great the last couple of weeks. They are exciting, though. They still have an explosive offense. Despite all the injuries on the offensive line and the skill position, Baker Mayfield still makes this team go. He still gives the other team a chance to win by throwing some inexplicable picks, but he gives his own team unbelievable chances to take back control just minutes later, right? And then you have the Rams. They are playing at an elite level. We just saw this team like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there were already talks about Matthew Stafford retiring, finding his replacement. This team got absolutely destroyed because of the fuck them picks mentality, the way that they were handling their free agent contracts. And now you fast forward.
He's just been in retirement rumors basically every year since he's been there.
Every year since he won the Super Bowl, basically.
I think it even happened before the Super Bowl, but yeah.
Yeah, which is really crazy to me because I'm like, they're making it sound like this guy is a lifetime vet. And he's not.
Sean McVay is easily the earliest head coach retirement rumors we've ever heard.
He's wild. They're like, oh, he's a professional football coach in LA where he has zero pressure on him to do anything at all. He must be trying to get out.
Right? And bro, people talk about this guy like he's been around for so long. He's in he barely entered his 40s not that long ago, right? Like he was the youngest head coach ever hired, if I'm not mistaken. He's what? He's 39. He's not even 40 yet. He turns 40 in January. People were talking about this guy retiring in his 30s, which is crazy to me. It's so crazy that he's 39 years old. Jeez.
He's
But yeah,
he's about to win another one. Him and Stafford.
They could.
they could. They
David
very well
Freese
could.
did, emotion in sports karma, and now the people in St. Louis are going to have to pay the heavy toll. They took what was mine, and now their football team has gone on to greatness and dynastic-like era in another city.
Yeah, and listen, we're possibly looking at Matthew Stafford's greatest year ever. He has finally hit the winning record mark as a starter. Right, you're looking at this, and it's everything is shaping up for the Rams for this to be like this walk into the sunset or go into the sunset type of ending for Matthew Stafford. And the best way to really continue to build,
and then they're going to come back to Texas, and then they're going to get some Senate seats, and they're going to outlaw non-Bible related things.
Dude, it's ridiculous how bad the Lions franchise is. Without Stafford's wins, they might be the worst team of all time. They're third worst all-time win percentage right now.
I mean, it is wild to think about how much of a mess that franchise was with him, and now thinking about what it would have been without him.
And if you take off the last 3 years, they're also probably the worst of all time.
Yeah, possibly.
Already winning 10 games more than 1 year in a row.
Yeah. But listen, back to this game, though. This one is going to be not just an important legacy type of, like, continuing to build on the legacy of Matthew Stafford, which is what you're going to be hearing a lot, I believe, from the national media going forward towards the end of the schedule. Because, listen, you have the Bucs, you have the Panthers, the Cardinals, the Lions, the Seahawks, Falcons, and Cardinals. That is a very manageable schedule for the Rams with only two real contenders after this Bucs game. If they can get by the Bucs, you are setting yourself up for a great spot because you got the Panthers and then you got the Cardinals. That's two wins that you can kind of count on because there's just such a huge talent disparity between those teams, coaching disparities between those teams. And then you have the Lions, right? Lions might be desperate. They're going to go all out. And if you beat them then, well, you just beat a team that has one of the more explosive offenses in the entire league. Can you get one over on Seattle again? You do that? Geez, like you're the favorite going into the NFC playoffs, even if you don't have the 1 seed from Philadelphia, because that game against Philly came down to the wire, came to a blocked field goal, right? And then on the other side, for the Bucs, you win this game, you're back on track, right? You're back on track. You're having a little bit more control about better seeding in the NFC. You're not going to get the 1 seed, realistically, but the 2 seeds in play. And with games against the Cardinals, the Saints, the Falcons, before you face the Panthers in a 2 out of 3 weeks type of a deal, and with the Dolphins sandwiched in there, you could finish the season with just about 4 losses, 5 at most, and possibly look at a 3 seed, maybe even a 2 seed. This is an important game for these teams. It's an important game for Baker Mayfield too. You get this going, and you might be looking at even more money down the line, right? So for that, there's a lot of storylines, a lot of narratives in this game that make this a lot more of an enjoyable, must-watch game, a game of the week, contender, candidate, winner, if you will, over, say, like Eagles, Cowboys, because I'm not going to let my bias put that game in game of the week because I also am just disgusted by the quality of play. So, that said,
Scared me.
We got to finish that off. That said, before we finish off the segments, we're going to rewind back to our picks for this week so you know what we're choosing, who we're winning with, who we're losing with. All right. On the first game, Buffalo against the Houston Texans. Bethke, Patrick, you're picking Buffalo. I am going to go on a limb and say that I'm probably going to change my pick from Houston to Buffalo. I'm not confident in
I
that
was
pick.
looking at it. I was like, I don't see. They're so loud. Down just a little.
Yeah. Oh no, what were you saying about this game?
I don't remember.
All right.
Over.
Anyway, let's move on now. You guys are both taking Pittsburgh as the road team against the Chicago Bears. I think the funnier result will be the Bears winning this game against Pittsburgh because you know what? They are pretty much equally matched teams. I can't say that one is better than the other, so I'm going to go with the home team in that situation. We've all selected the Patriots against the Bengals. That's not shocking. We've all taken Detroit to beat up on the New York Football Giants. Bethke has forgiven the Minnesota Vikings for betraying him. He's picking them. Patrick, you're picking them. I'm going with Green Bay because I think Green Bay is the better team. Seattle, we're all in agreement. What was that one?
So spring.
Oh, okay. That sounded like you were hiccuping.
That was me laughing, yeah.
Okay. Kansas City, you guys believe in the Chiefs. I believe in Indianapolis Jones, at least for this game. Baltimore, we are all in agreement. They will beat the New York Jets. How sad is it that we all agree that the Las Vegas Raiders will beat up the Cleveland Browns?
That's a toss-up for me between those two. I had to pick one. I could change that one come Sunday morning.
I think Bethany's just going with the vibes here. Bethany, you don't believe in Shador?
I went back and forth a little bit. But it's like, can Myles Garrett or Max Crosby win this game is my question.
Ooh, well, listen, we've already seen.
Well, what if the Browns just get like 2 special teams touchdowns?
It's possible. But listen, we've already seen Myles Garrett get 5 sacks in a game. It didn't matter. 4 sacks in a game. It didn't matter. I don't know that he can win a game anymore, or if he's ever really been able to win the game for the Browns. We got Jacksonville, Bethke, you and I against the Cardinals. Patrick, it's not like you to pick the Cardinals in the month of November.
They got it.
All right, that's all you need. That's all you need to hear. I'm trying to power through. All right. Bethke is picking the Dallas Cowboys, of course. I'm picking the Eagles. You're picking the Eagles. This will be an interesting matchup, though. It's going to make me pull my hair out. This other game right here, Falcons-Saints. I'm picking the Falcons. Bethke's picking the Falcons. This is a team that's desperate to win, so they don't actually regret too much their decision to trade their first-round pick this year.
Only reason I'm picking them.
Patrick, I'm just going to assume that you think these two teams are on the same level, and that's why you're going with the home team.
Definitely get this one.
Yeah, it would be so fitting.
Boys.
We're all picking the Rams to beat the Bucks. Makes sense. I think they are the best team in the NFL. The Rams are.
That was a tough one for me too, but the Bucks have kind of come back to reality a little bit. So,
and then Bethke and I, we're rolling with Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. You're picking the disgusting, absolutely vile team that is the San Francisco 49ers. How dare you? I'm just kidding. I've been picking them to win games, even though I would like to
do some math. Who do we got? Oh, we got Carolina and the 49ers. Carolina 10-8 all time on Monday nights.
Oh.
The 49ers 53-32.
All right. Well, both have winning records on Monday Night Football. That's what matters.
One of those has had a lot more than the others, at least sure. On appearances.
Well, one team didn't just spawn out of thin air in the 90s.
That's true. And one of them is actually a good franchise.
All right, that's the come laugh means it's time for us to end the program.
So sarcastically long.
Oh my god!
I need to know, what does the punch sound like? Well, it's cute.
Yeah, my only problem with these is I can't on my soundboard where I can can't really do that on this one.
That kind of worked.
That was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. The problem is the gun. Listen how long the gunshot lasts.
The gunshot is nice.
It keeps going. Can't lie.
You can't do the fun one.
All right, guys.
All right, yeah, that's all I got.
This week I put together. I've got the records for every football team from 1966 till the end of last year.
As one does.
So if you guys ever want to see the splits on like Monday night games, Tuesday games, that's a fun one. There looks like there've been like 6 total ever.
Wasn't the last one Eagles Vikings and like a snow day?
Stephon Maction. And I bet a couple have been postponed Monday night games.
It's like the Tavares. Was it Tavares Jackson game?
Rams Seahawks 2021.
Was that
Oh.
pushed? Was that a pushed game? Feels like it would be, right?
It's in LA, so I don't see why it would have been. There's 2 Tuesday games. I think they were just being psycho that week.
It could have been LA Fire or something.
Christmas.
It's not
But
like
there's
it-
2 games.
LA
scheduled
has
that
fucking-
day, so that's not 2 moved games.
moved games.
No, I'm saying there's 2 games on that day.
On Tuesday.
They're
Oh,
not going to reschedule 2 different games in 1 week like that.
unless they're both from the same city. But
I think they were just going wild in 2021.
it's also COVID weirdness.
Did they start the season late or something stupid like that? They might have. Anyways. Fun stuff. Yeah, the Vikings and Eagles do have, I think, like a 2008 Tuesday game, if I'm not mistaken. Vikings 24, Eagles 14, Tuesday, December 28th of 2010. It's weird. It just pop up.
I was trying to see if there's anything that showed that one, but I don't know. It just seems like it was.
No, one of the only weird ones I've seen, there's a Cowboys, I think it was Cowboys Steelers. There was some Steelers game in 2020 that got moved to like a Tuesday or Wednesday because of COVID. They like pushed it back like 5 days.
Oh, right, because the players and how much they could report.
They couldn't field the team, basically. Yeah,
Maybe that's a similar thing with that.
it
Other
could have
one.
been maybe 2 teams. That could have happened. Anyways, but that's fun. So if you guys are interested or you want to know any other stats, let me know to put more work into this because
Who's won the most games on Sunday?
most Sunday wins. 1 second. Oh god, I hate the way this works. Data sort range by column AR. Z to A.
AR.
Steelers have won the most Sunday games.
Wow.
This includes playoffs also.
Interesting.
Wow. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
They're a pretty good franchise. Second all-time win percentage, number 1 all-time Super Bowls.
Antoine Randall L.
All right, guys. Well, we made it.
We did
Or
it.
Palomalu.
Good luck to you.
Next week is next week Thanksgiving?
It is.
All right. Well, we'll have something for you. I don't know if we're doing everything exactly the same, but we will have something for you.
Turkey Day.
I'll be here
I'll be
for Turkey Day.
All right, you guys. See y'all next week.
See ya.
All in my ass.